Hey everybody, and welcome to something a little bit different. This is me reacting to Dan Giesling's fastest chess challenge of our life video. Dan is a novice chess player. I don't say that to be rude, but you can see like his elo is literally 170, which is, again, I'm not trying to throw stones, but is beginner level, to put it very, very, very nicely. But Dan is a friend of mine, a colleague of mine. We work together on YouTube and Twitch. Most noteworthy, he is a former Big Brother runner-up. And, I'm excited to see him getting into the chess game. He has also reacted to much of my content on YouTube in the past, the try not to laugh challenges and so on and so forth. So I thought maybe turnabout is fair play. And at the very least, we're going to get some laughs out of this and hopefully maybe learn a little bit of something in the process as well. Okay, so it is worth noting he's playing with 1 minute per side. That's not a whole lot of time.
I can't be mad if
let's let it play out a little bit. So he's trying to win as many games as possible.
Here you go.
I think in 15 minutes.
Good luck to Arn in Spain. You got the
all right, 1 e4, d5, fairly sensible. You got to defend that pawn. He chooses not to defend that pawn, leaves it open to the knight. No big deal. Block in your white squared bishop immediately, but it's 1 minute chess against somebody with a 117 elo, so maybe not that big of a deal. Now here, let's just put it politely, this is an ambitious move. What have you done with this move to f5? Well, you've made your king like completely exposed along this file. Maybe you don't consider it or this diagonal, I should say. Maybe you don't consider it that big of a deal. Like if they do queen to here, then you can do that, and then you've kind of rebuffed the attack a little bit. But it still makes your king like completely wide open. Honestly, though, if you're on the white side of the board here, why even take this pawn, e to f? Why not just take this with the knight first? You force a reply with the queen. Otherwise, it'll get taken. Then you just take the bishop, and they probably take the bishop with the king, and you've ruined their castling. But maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. We'll see how this goes.
Right where we want.
All right, so they took the pawn. Now this, I forgot, I watched a little bit of this video last night. This might be my favorite move in the whole video. He tries to take his pawn or his bishop from c8, which is on the white squares, and drag it to f4. It's the kind of move you might try in like a 4th grade chess tournament to see if your opponent's paying attention.
Dogs all around us.
Sadly, that can't be done. All right, so he just trades pawn for pawn. Okay, that's a great move.
There we go.
Now, the bishop could have taken it before anyway. Maybe I was stupid in the first place to have suggested it. It just goes to show what I know.
Moves in.
All right, his knight is pinned. He can't move it. He makes the queen pinned instead. Again, let's call it a little unusual. They're trying to push for a fork with the d pawn on the bishop and the knight, I think. Okay, these are probably not the way you would have done it. Probably not the way you would have done it at a higher elo, but it's not necessarily garbage tier.
I am not moving Cersei up next move because that'll be a trade.
Let's see. Okay, bishop. Not really doing anything.
What we will do is go Czechoslovakia next play.
Okay, I don't know what that means. I believe he's trying to put the king into check.
Okay, get our check ready. Get our check ready.
I mean, he's playing against somebody who's doing as badly as he is, so it's not so he's not getting punished. But okay, he puts him in check. All right, that pawn comes out. You just take it. Good stuff. I'm proud of you. He's also winning on time. This looks like a win right here. Okay, use your bishop maybe to put. No, that's also good. This is fine. He can't lose. He can't lose this game. Pin the queen to the king with the bishop. Beautiful move. Actually, like the correct move in this situation.
It's over. That's checkmate-ticity.
It's narrator voice. It's not checkmate-ticity, but you're in a great spot. I'm proud of you for this one.
Good game, Arn.
All right. So Arn is going to run out of time. I'm comfortable Dan probably would have mated him in that position to begin with. All right. That one, all things considered, that one wasn't that bad. Except the bishop move was kind of funny. All right, so here's a very common complaint I have when watching Dan play speed chess. Don't take 5 seconds out of your 1 minute time to think of your first move as white. Just make the move instead of using like 1/12 of your time to come up with the move you were going to make anyway. All right. So he plays e4. Okay.
Get Cersei out right.
Honestly, a very standard opening right here. Totally fine. Yeah. The other player is just playing fast. Dan, on the other hand, is playing far too slow. The opponent is literally not playing chess. They're just moving as fast as possible, at least through those first few moves. They were just moving as fast as possible.
I'm going to leave that
And
there.
sadly, this seems like a strategy that's probably going to work.
New Pog City.
Neither player is doing anything right now.
Sometimes you gotta.
They're just like, this is almost like single player chess. Like they're playing around each other. Like the black pieces are just playing as fast as possible. Dan, on the other hand, is offering no real attack. He's just trying to. I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. He is up by a piece, but again, that's more like because of the fact that his opponent is doing like absolutely nothing. So, I mean, what's the play here? I don't have a great answer for you, but I feel like it probably involves, you know, like bishop takes F, because this is such an unusual position. You know, put some threat on the enemy king with like a bishop takes F7 check. Or alternatively, you know, you could even do, you know, knight takes knight at C6. They'll probably recapture. Then you get a skewer between the king and the rook. I mean, these are things... Normally, I'm like, with this little time, you wouldn't see it, but, I mean, you could see that. Let's see.
To get the good wood.
So, again, just taking too much time, which is fine.
25 seconds to the
You can
Mars
capture
roll.
that bishop if you wanted to instead. It's all okay. It's not horrible necessarily, but...
Okay.
Like if you're I guess here's my piece of advice from this one, okay? If your opponent's just going to play fast, then you have to choose whether you're going to meet them by playing fast and try to beat them on time, or you actually have to just like literally capitalize on their inattention to try to do like a simple checkmate. Is what I like. You need to be on the attack, otherwise they're just going to time you out, which shouldn't be too hard if they're not paying attention.
That's a check. That's a check.
That is indeed a check. Well, let's walk it through, right? So the king can go here, or the king can go here. Probably they're going to push king here, because if they push king here, actually that's not a great check at all. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but if they go here, you probably... You know, honestly, I find myself stumped. Let's see how they react in this aberrant game. Oh, okay, so they actually went to D7. Please tell me you're not... Don't go to E6. That's not the right move. You could go knight to F7. That's okay. Sets you up for another check here. You could... I mean, if you wanted to get technical, you could even probably start to, like... I don't know, develop some other pieces, like your queen, for example. But the thing that Dan has to watch out for is that as soon as this knight moves, it actually sets up a mate here. So anytime he doesn't put the king in check, they could do like knight to here, check. Even if they capture, queen goes there. It's not quite checkmate yet, but I mean, it's pretty bad, especially with this rook here now. The king, you know, if it ends up on this file, this king just moves out of the way. So Dan he's hosed, in my opinion.
Here.
Especially because he's got 1/3 the time
of
of everybody else. Okay, so I don't think Black saw the move to begin with. Oh, they just want to trade queens. They're going to win on time. Black's going to win on time for sure.
Come on, we need to... Where's white? Where's white bishop?
I wonder, where could it be?
Come on, baby.
Sometimes it's hard to pay attention to where everything is on the 64 squares. Just to be honest, when you got 3 seconds left, it's hard. You know, even though he's up by like so many pieces, like how did he get up by so much in this game?
Pre-jack. No.
Pre-jack, by the way, is when Dan wants to make a pre-move. Oh, he changed up his chess set. Okay, he's on the limbo set. He plays E4. Someone's playing the Sicilian defense at 252 elo. Move 2 comes out 6 seconds later. Not an amazing play, but you know. The other person's taking forever as well.
He's burning clock. That's okay.
It actually is okay. They've taken 13 seconds to make 2 moves.
I like the trade.
Okay, Dan is going to win on time. This is like a comical game.
And no one bats an eye. What's this guy doing?
Suffice it to say, if you're going to play bullet chess where you have 1 minute per game, probably have your moves pre-thought out so you don't spend 30 seconds coming up with 3 moves. You probably shouldn't spend 14 seconds coming up with 3 moves either, but
Here's my next. We gotta.
It's hard to critique this because the opponent is not playing anything.
There's a pre-jack.
All right, so Daniel is pre-jacked, as he said.
More pre-jack the lights. I like that.
I believe he's making a reference to Among Us.
Here we go, kid. Pre-jack the lights.
And none of this is horrible, but You know, like,
Jack.
but just what are you doing? I guess, like if you, here's like the rudest thing I could say. Okay, if you're not doing anything, like if you have no plan, why is it taking so long to make each move? I know that maybe that sounds mean-spirited, but like if you got a plan and you got to make moves that stick to that plan, taking the time to come up with them makes a little bit of sense. But you know, if you're just kind of moving the pieces to move the pieces, why does it take so long? Either way, he's won easily. I can't believe the opponent actually made it like 6 moves into the game. Okay. It's a grudge match. Dan, he's going to play D5. I like that. I like he mixes up his opening. Still took 4 seconds. That's a bit strange.
I'm okay without these pieces.
And he's just leaving that E-pawn hanging, but that's okay because his opponent doesn't care. All right.
Oh, we got good wood here. Hang in.
I agree
He's trying to
completely.
set
You should
something
take
up.
the
What is this
bishop.
guy
Yeah.
doing?
So his opponent is literally doing nothing. I would say capturing the knight is probably...
We take him.
Whatever you do, you got to commit with a little bit more alacrity. Okay, so he's going full like King's Gambit F4 style.
Nope.
I mean,
Defend the
it's
queen. Chat, what's normal chess pieces? This is a little flooding. We can't have all these variables in a speed run.
okay. He doesn't he can't tell what the pieces are because they're on the he's on a different chess set than usual. But he's probably the one who changed it in the first place. But
We got to get some horses out.
I agree with this move. It's probably
These
not
are
the best,
normal.
but it's
There's a lot
also
of sauce
fine.
on these.
All right, yeah. Pull that up. No big deal. Then you would just take his queen.
We got him, baby. Now it's
He's
time to
probably
bring
gonna
in the
lose on
troops.
time. No, they resigned. Oh,
He knocked over. He knocked over.
I can't believe it. I mean, you're down by a lot, but you're up by 12 seconds. I think Arn would have won that one.
Vio Papa from Australia.
He's not wrong. Flag IQ is out of control. My man loves the playing the Queen's Gambit.
Part of the plan here.
Okay, but he doesn't know what to do next. This is a valuable loss of
3-1.
time.
Okay,
That's not a
here we
bad
go,
play,
here we go. We got
necessarily.
pre-jacking on.
Sure, why not? Very interesting, and maybe consider giving them a check
Okay, with that, I'll trade a horse for
along
a
this
bishop.
open diagonal here, for example. But you know, it's 1 minute
Bishop
chess.
horse trade.
I think he's
Why
right. I think if they
why
trade, it's
want
good
the
for him.
horse trade?
If they don't want to trade, probably. Well, I mean, you
guy's-
know,
that
it's
guy's
not.
pretty much
It is
soft.
defended by the bishop, but it's defended by the queen if they so choose.
But that's good wood because you can't touch it. Yeah, you
Well,
can touch
he
it.
does
Yeah, we'll
lose
go-
the
we'll
piece
go
in it.
Cersei for
I feel
Cersei.
like I'm regressing to
We'll
191
Cersei for
elo
Cersei.
right now.
No one bats an eye.
Okay, he loves that F4 move.
Take it.
Very aggressive player. Reminds me a little bit of Mikhail Tal.
Take that, baby. Here's a nice little trade here. Check our ping. Jack. Wow.
I like the audacity that someone would move out of the capture. The wow got me good. Okay. Evaluating this position, it's a pretty interesting one. Dan has complete control of the center. Neither party has really moved like almost any pieces, and yet somehow they've managed to trade queens. We're also about 10 moves into the game, and they are both almost halfway through their time, or more than halfway through their time. Whose position do I like here? I gotta give the edge to Vio Papa on this one, quite frankly. Mostly because his king is not completely wide open. Let's see.
Checkmate.
All right, a legal move with the bishop.
Also known as check.
It's progress.
You got to make them burn some chalk here. Make them burn some chalk.
I believe he means, like, to make them take some time. Which I think is a good strategy. It might be a little bit better if he could...
Bishop pre-jack.
If he could take less time himself, because he is losing there. All right, so not a good move. You don't need me to go through rigorous analysis. I don't know what Daniel's plan is. I imagine it's something like that, and then this. Or maybe it's this, and then that to reinforce the bishop. But, like, free piece, free pawn, free pawn. This is a rare situation. You don't see this too much in chess. Every piece on the board is essentially hung simultaneously. It's a new milestone, the likes of which I've never seen before.
Okay, next up is rook issy.
Right? That just goes to show you can plan a variety of different moves and still be surprised.
Watch this. We got him here. Send him.
Okay, so he's trying to put his rook. He's trying to put his rook here, because he thinks it's a powerful move, but it just gets taken, and then you take, and you're like, we're even, but then you're not because the king takes your bishop.
Will Pog send?
No, he's not. He's going here, which is not worse because it doesn't lose you a piece, but also kind of does nothing at all. And then he wants to, like, my mind is boggled. So he moved his rook from f1 to f6. And now he's thinking, what's my next move? And he's moving the rook again. So surely he's not putting it here or here. Otherwise, he would have done it before. So is he going to put it here and get taken, here and get taken, here and get taken, here and get taken, or here and get taken? Only time will tell.
Why would he do that?
Okay, so the answer was here and get taken. I'm not going to say I've never done that. I mean, you've seen it for yourself. Now we're in a full-time battle. He's in check. Oh, he did realize it. He has a chance.
We need more pre-jacking. More pre-jacking.
He's in check. He's done. Oh, he won!
Good game. We won! How do we win?
Is actually kind of unfathomable.
Blitz mode, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely, I just love that. If you go back and you look at... if you look at the pieces, this is such a weird game. Dan took 4 pawns and the enemy queen. Meanwhile, like, it's like they haven't moved any of their other pieces.
He timed out.
It's bullet, like it happens. It's just
mode, ladies and gentlemen.
You don't believe it can happen until you see it for yourself.
Someone from Saudi Arabia. Best of luck to you, my friend.
All right, yet again, time to first move, 5 seconds.
Mirror's edge strat.
That's going to put you at a disadvantage right out of the gates. As is that right there. Okay, that's not how knights move. Again, kind of actually just a horrible move for so many reasons. Exposing your king along the diagonal. You're reinforcing a pawn that already is reinforced by the knight. The knight, however, is going to get captured because you didn't move it. Just suboptimal. Let's put it that way.
Okay, good shot.
Okay, you gotta do that. That's a good response. Opponent doesn't know what to do.
Force him here with a little pre-jack.
Pawns don't move like that. Okay, so now f3 to f4.
Watch what happens when you move that.
His opponent appears to understand that castling is a thing, which will put Dan at a slight disadvantage. He's moved the bishop to attack the knight. The bishop gets threatened. He says, you know what? I don't want the knight anyway.
You castle us, we castle you.
Time's ticking. It's a pretty terrible move for a variety of different reasons. Now you got to move your bishop, but your queen's kind of under threat as well. And time just keeps ticking away.
Jack, we burned too much clock there, man.
I mean, it's not horrible, but yeah, he's right. You took too much time.
Okay, we got to get some players in there. We got to get some players in there.
Okay, he's gonna lose on time. It's not fathomable that he'll pull this out. That's the right move for the record, I think. Oh, I don't know, maybe not. I didn't see that.
Players in here, ladies and gentlemen.
The sound, I've made this sound myself. This is the sound of, like, desperation right here. That's, I don't know what I was trying to do, but I'm not sure that was it. Okay. I mean, I think he's like, if you take, then I take, but I don't know. Again, what goes through a man's mind when there's 1.6 seconds left on the clock? Yeah. That one. Again, I don't want to just keep hitting the same drum over and over, but again, not taking 5 seconds for your first move or 4 seconds for your first move would probably benefit you. Like, of all the moves to pre-jack, which is just make a pre-move, why not pre-move your first move? Like, what is he gonna do that's gonna make you not do knight to c6? It's like any move that he does can be responded to with this at 194 elo.
As long as we get it in, it counts.
All right, I'm just not going to comment on that filth.
Sometimes you just got to move the pieces around without even thinking.
Honestly, I think it's kind of a viable strategy.
Oh, we got an open check. We got open check. That's open checkticity.
I think in Bullet, by the way, I think check might actually be pretty strong. Like it has some strength in classical chess, you know, because you get to kind of be the aggressor and deal with things on your terms, and then if your opponent responds to check, sometimes you get a free move. But in Bullet chess, I oftentimes think people just don't realize they're in check for like 5 seconds and you burn their clock. So I support this.
Do some trades. Clear out the board here.
I like what he's doing. I think he's complicating the situation, which benefits him in a situation where you only get a minute to figure out what's going on. I think it's a great move. Fall back.
Now.
Just fall
Don't
back.
Get cocky. We're in deep now.
Again, the double entendres. Just fall back. Just do something. That's not that. Why not just move the knight?
I don't want him to take our queen.
So much time.
Take our queen.
Oh no.
Take our queen. We got more. He didn't take the queen. That's what you call it. Check.
You could just
take it with the horse. How we doing? We got 21. Okay, now we really got a pog up here. We really got it.
You could take the knight.
The Oberyn Martell.
He could just take your horse with his Daniel. I'm like a disappointed teacher here. Okay, so like this move is bad because the horse. Well, I can't believe I'm calling it a horse now too. The knight can take the queen. Okay, so that's bad.
Take it with the horse. Don't take it with the
All right, now let's talk about. I mean, because I believe he goes here now. With his knight. No,
okay,
give it a second.
Really
his knight goes here. You could just take his knight, but instead you're going to move your knight because I guess it's under threat. But then you move it to a position where his knight can just take you. Like it's just this piece is allowed to do so much damage.
That guy's gone.
And he didn't do it. All right, times are tight. He just realized he's in check. Okay,
we need some friends.
Walk it back. Walk it back. You're getting ready to take one of these two, probably. Oh, well, no, that's a great move, actually. You got to take the knight. You got to take the knight. You got to take the knight. There you go. 5 seconds. Not looking great.
I think now we pre-jack.
No, you're getting ready to take the queen, maybe. But put yourself... You got to move this pawn up to block the check. He's done on time.
Pre-jack. 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 Where's our pre-jack?
It was a valiant attempt. Hey, I can't be mad as Elo's up like 20 points over the course of this video.
What are we, 4 and 3? All right, this one does not count for the speed run. Our official speed run record is 4.
I like that he's having fun with it. Like he said he was going to play 15 minutes, but instead he's like, you know, let's keep it going. I think, you know, even you don't have to be great at chess to have fun with chess. That's the thing is there's such a big, and that was a rude thing to say, I guess, but I mean, I think even he would admit he's got some things he could benefit from learning. But, you know, there's such like a wide variety of players. You can have fun with it. I mean, we were having fun with this, you know, playing this, you know, on, you know, school recesses. You know, when it was too cold to go outside, you just go into the gymnasium, play a little chess. You know, you teach someone the rules, and then you have fun with it. You don't have to be Magnus Carlsen to have a good time.
For a little extra sauce against Mary Detail.
Okay, he's like
we wish you luck.
Half of the elo of his opponent. But I honestly feel like the difference between 186 and 322 is like, like close to 0.
W in chat if you think we're gonna win. L in chat if you think we're gonna lose.
So this is a real opening, by the way. I think this... Hold on. I don't have my phone on me. Oh, I do have my phone on me. I thought this is called, like, Alec Heen's opening, but Alec Heen's opening might be... No, I think it is. Hold on. Alec Heen's... defense. No. Okay. I'm such a boomer. 1, E4. E5. 2, F4. What is this called? This is the King's Gambit. Okay. So he's playing the King's Gambit. Origin no later than the 16th century. It's one of the oldest documented openings. It was one of the most popular openings until the late 1800s, where improvements in defensive technique led it to decline in popularity. It is infrequently seen at master level today, but still, it is at least an opening. It's not just a random assortment of pieces. So they take F4, yeah. And then, okay, now that probably is not the way it's supposed to develop, but that's all right.
Give us
Your
a
king
lot of
side
room
now
for
no
sauce.
longer exists. You got to defend that e4
A
pawn.
lot of room for
Could be
sauce.
worse, honestly. Could be
See a lot of
worse.
L's in chat.
Probably I would take and abandon your king side.
Wow.
Or push. You can push the pawn one. Well, you got to do something in under 20 seconds. Now you take with the knight.
Okay with that.
All right, that's fine too.
Nice board
Yeah,
clearance here.
I mean, whatever. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Put him in check. I like it.
Would you like
I
to
think it's a
check?
great move. I think
Early
it's
check?
puts
Put a
him on the
little-
back
yeah.
foot.
Little early heat.
Probably block with the bishop is my guess. They're taking a while to solve it. Okay, they block with the bishop. You take and put him in check
Swap.
again.
We'll swap.
I like it. Just needs to be faster. Why not? Do it.
Bring some
Okay,
sauce.
don't do it. That's fine. Now, it's like, it's pretty messy in there, but that's fine. I actually like that move a lot, too, honestly.
What are you gonna do? Either way, it's an eye for an eye here, big fella.
Okay, that was not what you would
have the
expect.
larger eye.
Queen for knight,
The
and
eye that
no,
we
you just
have
take
is
his
a
knight.
little
There,
bit
dude, he's
larger.
doing it.
And all
I'm
of a
so
sudden,
impressed.
When you have the large eye, that is when you win.
Okay, definitely,
Now
you could do
we're
that.
gonna
That's
take
fine.
out an 800
Now he's just
level
playing
yellow
insanely
player.
fast. You're gonna put him in check on
Carefully.
e6. You use queen to e6, put him in check. Queen to e6, put him in check. I mean, that's actually totally fine too. Queen to
That's 800 level ELO.
honestly, I think he's doing better than I am here. He is almost out of time though.
Please.
Is there a mate? Is there a mate coming?
Please.
It is mate.
Please.
He's got to block with the bishop, and then you take with the queen.
We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
300 ELO.
we got him.
Let's go.
I think that's that's the last
Top
one.
Off the tippy Hendren lady.
Honestly, there's some bold moves, like the move from the bishop to a different colored square was ambitious to say the least. But honestly, I don't think he played that bad. I would love to see Dan play some like 5 or 10 minute chess, so he doesn't have to worry about the clock so much. You can still run out of time, but let's be honest. Most of those games will probably end one way or the other before they actually hit the time. I'm hoping he's going to play some more. Maybe we could even play a little bit for Gex. But if you enjoyed the episode, hey, make sure to go check out Dan's channel, youtube.com/Dan Giesling, and he streams at twitch.tv/Dan Giesling. And of course, if you enjoyed this episode, you want to see more of this stuff in the future, click the like button and let me know. I thought it was a lot of fun, and no disrespect intended, I should say. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!